Alright, this looks like a good hand. Is it draw? 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Alright. Tuna, a tuna. Slam. Sure. Alright, so have lots of removal. Only thing we really feared there was a Liliana or Nissa. Resolving would have been quite the issue. So we could Sweltering Suns. The issue being we leave ourselves open to shenanigans. So I think we would rather wait. Leave up Disallow, since we aren't too worried about dying yet. Alright. Siphoner. I think that's fine. Our opponent does gain multiple energies. The plan is to cycle Sweltering Suns. If we don't draw land, we'll cast Sweltering Suns. If we do, we might Magma Spray the Siphoner. We want to just get to Gear Hulks here. Sweltering Suns against this board is kind of funny. Alright, do I want a Suns or do I want to spray and pray? Opponent is stuck on land. I think we're just spraying. If they have Blossoming Defense, we'll probably just Sweltering Suns. Alright. That's fine. Now they have an opportunity to land Liliana or Nissa, which would be an issue, but we're getting to the point where we can just Torrential Gear Hulk beat that. And obviously if they don't have Liliana or Nissa, we're just massively ahead. And obviously we're massively ahead. Spray is pretty much the worst draw here though. And do nothing. So they're just sitting on removal probably. Can't deal with this Winding Constrictor at the moment. Could have more Blossoming Defenses too. And can't do anything. And now we can do everything. Hypno gonna be painful here. Not particularly relevant though, since we're still at a healthy 10. Healthy 10. Alright, do we want to abrade? I think so. Opponent could have like Dissenter's Deliverance or some other removal. Interesting that they were saving that for Gear Hulk rather than cycling it. I'm not sure if that is really the path to victory, honestly. Alright, still haven't really found any card draw, but have lots of counters. Okay. Go ahead and spray. And no point in gear hulking. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. Now we good. Go ahead and glimmer. Don't particularly want either of those. I mean, lightning isn't terrible. I think we bought them both, though. Alright, let's counter this. Dearest Hulk. Dearest Gear Hulk. Don't really want to waste a Gear Hulk on that. So I think we'll disallow. Question is, do I want to also cast Supreme Will? I think not. We can just wait. Gear Hulk a lot less scary now that a Braid is a card, but we don't really have any Braids at the moment. I'm afraid we do not have an Braid. Alright. Giggity. Get to Glimmer. And don't really want either of these. Just want more card draw. Good stuff. Good stuff. Could anticipate trying and hit a Jace, but don't really have to or want to, since that would mean we don't even have Supreme Will up. Game is fairly over at this point. Going to be very difficult for our opponent to come back into it, since their hand is probably like Fatal Push, Grasp of Darkness, Uselessness. Okay. We'll just Tarnished Lightning that probably. Okay. Those are both pretty good cards. Alright, post board, we want all this good stuff. Disallows are pretty good, but not great on the draw. Sensors, not that great on the draw. Magma Spray is not a card I like to have, but it's kind of necessary on the draw. Sweltering Suns I don't like tapping out, and it doesn't deal with Planeswalkers. Glorybringer's great, Jace is good, Gearhook's good, Commit's good, Hour's great, Glimmer's great. Disallow's fine, although not great on the draw. Maybe I want one sensor over Disallow just because you can snag like a Nissa or Liliana. And a Braid gets Verdur's Gearhulk, but Magma Spray can get like a Glint Sleeve or a Long Tusk Cub if the opponent doesn't have energy for it. A Braid is probably safer, but Magma Spray is amazing if you like Magma Spray a Glint Sleeve on the draw. But other than that, it's not great. Alright, let's go like this. Gross. Opponent also mulliganing, which is pretty good for us, considering we're on the draw. I actually think I keep this hand since we get a Scry. We have Harness Lightning to give us energy potentially, and even a sensor to Desperation Cycle if we aren't hitting our land drop in the first couple draws here. I mean, obviously we're going to lose some of the time. Obviously we're going to lose some of the time. But I think this hand is just good enough, like having Jace and such a nice curve. The question is, am I cycling sensor? I think I am. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Harness Lightning or Thing in the Ice. I mean, Rishkar just wrecks us if we Thing in the Ice. I think we Thing in the Ice. Thing in the Ice is better against a Planeswalker. I'm less afraid of Rishkar here. Play around Blossoming Defense. Crook. We got the Jace plan and immediately Shroud Torrential Gearhulk. Of course. Alright, so we can't cast Disallow yet. Or ever. Since if we want to Harness Lightning this, we're not even generating extra energies. Opponent hitting their land drops is not very good for us. Here I think I block. Our opponent could have double Blossoming Defense, but I think that's fine. I mean, if they have double Blossoming Defense, that's actually pretty good for us. Alright, got him. Glint Sleeve Siphoner, that would be pretty good for us because we could harness it, gain the energy to use this Aether Hub. Snakes, rats. The good thing is we're not dying to anything relevant. I mean, Crook does not seem that great in this particular case. Alright. This is Ob. We're in a lot of trouble. Ballista is not as bad. Can kill Thing in the Ice though. I suppose I wasn't really taking into account walking Ballista when I'm blocking. If our opponent wants to kill it, they're out of cards, and we have pure gas if we ever draw lands. Seems fine. Alright, that's a land. Not a good land, though. Alright, I like our spot. It's not the worst. That's pretty bad. Could still lose. Glorybringer deals with this if we draw a land. Jace is a pretty good answer by bouncing it. Ah! Alright, now Jace doesn't kill. Now Glorybringer doesn't kill that. Land is great. So we could exert this Glorybringer, force our opponent to pump 2 energy in there. Could Jace plus... This is actually not great for us. Because that long tusk cub is difficult to deal with. I kind of like Jace plus. Because if our opponent doesn't draw land, they can't. It doesn't draw a creature, they can't kill Jace, and then we'll be able to Torrential Gearhook block the long tusk cub. It is risky though, because if our opponent draws a creature, they basically win by killing our Jace. I could like play Glorybringer and not attack as well. Aethersphere Harvester is actually pretty annoying. Alright, let's go for the gold or something. Don't want that. Alright, that's good. I mean, Gearhook is just a 5/6, but 5/6 is pretty big. Alright. Even Aether Hub actually kills off Jace. Or Blossoming Defense, or any creature. Maybe they didn't hit it. Gathar? Feels amazing. Actually, should have plus this first. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. So now we can abrade that. Actually want to do this now because otherwise our opponent can crew that. Yeah, want to play around Blossoming Defense by doing it now. Alright. They didn't have Blossoming Defense. Cub is their top card, which isn't very good since they don't have energy now. And they just like drew 2 lands, so let's actually blow up the Crook. So they're drawing Long Tusk Cub, casting it, and presumably crewing the Harvester, so we'll just blow it up now. Alright, another Crook. Not a big deal. Jace surviving pretty much won us the game. Since drawing and scrying every turn is pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, we don't have enough for disallow backup, so let's not cast this. Since our opponent is just like massively behind and we have a counter, no point in letting them resolve anything that matters. Grasple. Sure. That does not qualify as mattering since we have 5/6s. Yeah, the Crook plan is not looking that great. Especially when I just have Jace to win me the game. Yeah. Got him. Alright.